Hello and welcome back to another episode of Multiblock Madness, where I've been doing a few things between episodes. I whipped up the ingredients to make a couple hopping bonsai pots. I upgraded my weapons, bronze pickaxe, which is mining level 3 now, and then pulsating broadsword. For some reason it still shows the stone texture, I'm not sure. I also got a couple um, more alloys, Invar, Electrum, um, and I just upgraded the mixer to the next, or upgraded the speed for it, so I've got this block of lead. Um, if you replace the block of lead in the mixer with an electrum block, it's faster. So I'm gonna actually use it real quick to show that off. Let's go with some more. Actually, what do we need? Constantin, I think? No, I made Constantin. Right. Okay, we'll go with inert. So we'll do a stack. Well, 63, I guess. Do we have any lead? I guess we'll just do 9 then. I'll probably just go mining some up. Okay, so I still haven't, or why I'm making the hopping bonsais, I should say, is to automate fuel for this and so on. All right, that's 2 silvers. It's really quick. I need another 9 silver. And this is actually something that I noticed. When it switches to filling mode while there's a recipe in progress, it will say not enough energy, which is hardly surprising. I'm gonna cut here, wait for this to fill up, and see if it continues the recipe. Okay, it is. You can see how fast this is with the speed upgrade and with 40 mechanical power. That's quite fast. It's probably faster than this, yeah. Not bad. So there's my inert. I was going to use that for some archaic bricks, actually. I also adjusted this a little bit. For some reason, this was staying at just under full. And what I did was just extended this out so it was comparing it to 14. And it's just running off this lever right here. So I'm going to automate the production of charcoal so we can constantly have fuel for these things. And I might set up the boilers as well. I mean, I will, just I might do it now. And I'd also like to show off the crafting for the hopping bonsais if you haven't seen it. I'll do one and then craft up the capsule. And as a reminder, you have to stand outside the field to throw the catalyst. If you're inside, it just won't work. This is one of the recipes that are slightly speed buffed from pre 2.0. This is another thing I'd like to point out. It seems a fairly common misconception that the blueprints consume the item. So I've got 13 total here. It does not in fact consume this item. So the capsule works. It's a little bit quicker, to say the least. Oh, and I also finished putting monitoring crystals on all of these chests. These ones both have it. I also moved this storage crate down here so that this could craft with it, as well as setting up the blacksmith's work table and the mason's work table with toolbox. Okay, so I decided to get grass blocks for the hopping bonsai, and I decided to use the hydrator. Pretty straightforward recipe. Some clay, iron. This will give us a, well, a normal modifier as opposed to a negative modifier with dirt. Slightly longer, slightly less chance for dropping. So what I'm going to do now is grab some dark oak saplings because I'm going to be using these for leaves as well as charcoal. There's a couple things you can actually do with the leaves. There is the leaf power, leaf eating generator, as well as mana flux field. Because the first flower you're going to be getting into is the munch dew, which eats leaves. I'm going to grab some dark oak, which we are growing just outside. And I'll set this up, maybe set up an automatic smelting of it. Also, yeah, this is from Corral Tombstone. It's kind of irritating. Okay, so I've just set up a simple system where these three bonsais feed into a drawer controller, and then into a, which is connected to a 2x2 storage drawer. Obviously, this could be changed. I don't really need this controller right now, but if I ever change it up or expand it, it'll be ready. Then the wood goes into this, which then gets round robin between the input slot here and then this brazier of holding. The brazier of holding is connected to the trove we set up last episode, which is connected to our bore. That should be automated fueling for the bore. There we go, 107 charcoal, perfect. And then the stuff should be sent back upstairs with that one and end up in two places. Our ore processing setup over here. This should stay constantly running now, and this will all back up as expected. And yeah, that's still running off those ember crystals, but it's good to know that that's backing up. And currently, we are processing just some lead, cool, and the gold. So that is faster than I expected. I wonder why there's such a backlog of that. That's fine. Could make some plates. I'm not going to really worry about it. I think we'll just remelt it for now. Actually, we can use the blacksmith's work table. This will be the easiest way to do it for now, because it's just simple as, you know, putting in the plates. So that'll help out a lot. So that is that. I do want to get this just to get the quest out of the way. I was also looking at knocking out a few side quests here. I probably will end up doing this. And these guys. Probably will finish this just to. I mean, it can't hurt to get the tanks. This is probably what I'll use for Steam because it can be upgraded so much. I might not even bother with that though. I probably won't bother with this as well. This gives you a single nugget every ore, which obviously will add up, but the headache of dealing with it is, in my opinion, not worth it. Although now that I'm thinking about it, there is a nugget cast. which in theory we could just use a smart table, cast out the 16 into a nugget. That might be worth doing. So just pipe straight from here into a smart output, then pipe from here into another smart output with a nugget. That way I don't have to deal with anything. And then I'll have to deal with the nuggets, of course, but that's fine. So I'm probably not going to do that right now, at least. So obviously I could do some more progression here, but I think that setting up Steam would be a good idea. Also, at some point, well, this is actually really inefficient because each piece of charcoal gets about 2. Well, I think what I'm going to do is make another 3 hopping bonsais. Or we could just split this charcoal into tiny charcoal. That would require an additional step of a crafter. That's not hard to do. Not particularly hard to do, I should say. Actually, what do we have for options at this point? I think this guy is, yeah, high oven mixing. Which reminds me, we're gonna have to head over to a slime island at some point. Crafter is tier 4 metal, so arc furnace. Ooh, a mechanical pattern crafter. That's actually, yeah, we can do that. I might actually, it would be cool. Let me see if there's anything else. Okay, this assembler, we're not coming up on that just yet. Crafting station? Oh yeah, that reminds me. Yep, that's a thing. That last stage is missing a recipe. So I think the best bet right now is this mechanical pattern crafter. Honestly though, I might just hand do this just so that we got a little bit less wasting right now. And then I'll whip these guys up, see if I can start getting the steam set up for these, and I'll be okay. I actually ended up crafting 4 more bonsais because math worked out better that way. Just do something like that. I end up needing a little bit more grass. That's all right. Pretty easy stuff to make. Okay, got this all set up. We should be producing dark oak wood at a decent rate now. I might not even need to make this into tiny charcoal. For the moment, I will make a couple more batches. At this point, I also put a speed upgrade in here because we're going to be using these leaves at some point. I might switch this over to 4 drawers, especially because, well, I'm already using a drawer controller. Let's see, what else did I do? I whipped up some travel anchors. 2 of them I got from reward. The other one I made. I think I showed this. Not sure. Either way, I set up this elevator to the board. The travel anchor can't actually reach, so it just goes halfway. There's also another one up here. So technically this house leads to both. But, this will hopefully, assuming I remember, cut down on the amount of traveling I have to do. Okay, so back to setting up Steam. Now, to be fair, I don't actually have to, especially since I'm now automating charcoal. I kind of want to, just to get the full experience, but maybe I won't right now. I'll think about it. Just getting some grains of infinity. Crafting up some seared brick. I'm in the process of making coke brick. Single compressed cobblestone into seared brick. And there we have it, the coke oven. For now, I'm just going to put it in here so I can have it running. This guy can use in and outputs, so that's what I'll do. Let's do it from, actually I might have to go snag some coal. I think we're all out of coal. Yeah, let me do that. I will grab some coal. Actually, now that I'm right here, I see some. Let's just start with a stack. So we'll do something like this. Extract. Extract. If I'm not mistaken, you can only put in what you can. So this should only put in coal and only take out Coca-Cola. Like it won't get confused. So that should work. So you can do this as blocks. However, that gives you the equivalent creosote as you did 10. So if your goal is to get Coca-Cola, Coke, it doesn't really matter to be honest. But basically, a block counts as 10, effectively. So like it burns for 10 times as long. You get 10 times the amount of creosote out of it, so on and so forth. So by doing it in this form, it gives me less creosote. Then I can turn it to block form for crafting with and stuff. So there we go. Not bad, not bad. So these are just passively being made currently by this setup right here. I'm actually going to do some more tiny charcoal here because I'm pretty sure that this is still fairly bad rate. So that way I can use this for other stuff, such as, maybe I should have a buffer here now that I'm thinking about it. Or, yeah, that works out pretty well. Or I could use tiny charcoal for the mixer. And then I can just run a redstone conduit down here. I actually was wondering about if the machine controller outputs a comparator signal while it's crafting. In that case, what I could do in theory is rig up something to, you know, route mechanical power in different ways or whatever. I'm gonna turn this on for a sec. Okay. So this steam here, this white steam, means that there's an item in here. There it is. So you can see there's the tiny charcoal in the pipe itself. So, yep, that'll fill up. I wonder if I should use my kit on that tank. I think I will. That'll make it so that the transitions are less common. Kind of a waste to just use it for that, but I mean, it's hardly expensive. And then this labeled crate I gave as a reward just to show it off, basically. It's pretty cool. You can put something here, and it'll show up there. And also it's just big and stores its inventory, or keeps it, which is kind of cool. I like it. And that's not a tiny amount of space. Yeah, double chest. So it's pretty cool. This ember grit will eventually be used for making the scorched brick, along with limestone, void, and arcane stone. Which is why it's important to save it, because you can just burn it, but it's good to have. These guys can also be crushed down into ember grit, although at this stage I don't think there's a way to do it. No, there's not. The first way to do it would be the immersive crusher. I might give the recipe in here, I'm not sure. Probably not. Okay, so there's that. I decided to do a little bit of progression this episode rather than just continuing to mess with my Embers setup. I really enjoy mods like that where you can just kind of fiddle with it and make it really efficient and effective. Um, I just find it enjoyable. So I could get this now. I don't think I really need it just yet. Maybe I'll work on the atomic reconstructor. I think I'll do the profiling bench instead, just because I like it better. So I'm going to whip up all these ingredients. I'll come back when I'm ready to build it. Okay, I think I got everything. I'm gonna build one by hand and then use the capsule. I already crafted the capsule. I just enjoy this part of it. Also think it's cool, so I'm gonna do it. Yeah, these are really fun to make. To design the recipe for, as it were. Go. Now, the reward will give me another one, so we'll have a total of 4. It's very convenient having more than one of these because they will, they're just good to paralyze, basically. This book I give separately because it's, well, it's good to know it exists. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so that is profiling benches. I think I have time to just go over a quick walkthrough of how these work, so I'll do that real quick. I'm gonna make 2 sets of hoppers. I'm actually gonna probably run out of iron here, but that's all right. Just make as many of it as I can. Here we go, some hoppers. Okay, and then we're gonna go with a chest. And one thing I like to do here is make it next to a crafting table because, well, it's a lot of microcrafting if you don't have it set up conveniently. I kind of want to do this in here just so it's easy to grab extra items. So I think what I'm going to actually do is make another kind of wall here. Hey, Ghosty. I'm assuming that guy's got a kind of a scary sound, but I don't have my sound on, so yeah. So we're going to go with a in the ground setup like usual. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And I kind of want to have, how do I want to do this? If I have them all like this, I can have the crafting table here. No, crafting table here. and then the chest here, the hoppers here, inputs there. That works, I guess. It's kind of awkward, but no, it's not because it's in the ground. So yeah, there we go. And then we will, I think I actually have 1, 2, 3, 4. Scout point there, and then 1, 2, 3. Then the profiling benches go on top. And then we put another 4 hoppers in the back. I think I may have iron somewhere. Let me go check here real quick. I do not. So I'll actually kickstart another batch of that crafting. I'll be back with a couple more hoppers. Ah, yes, time in a bottle. It's good stuff. Also, look at this dancing chest. It's a piece of art. Okay, got the hoppers. So these can be inserted on any side. However, I'm going to put it in the back just to keep the profile to a minimum. And it's pretty easy to access. So let's see what we need first. We're going to need the lab blender and a power station. So all this looks fairly intimidating at first glance if you haven't used the mod before, but it's actually pretty easy. We're going to need a couple of these components. These are the components we need. So let's grab some glass. Do we have glass by any chance, maybe? And again, I hope I'm not taking too long here. I doubt it. Glass is coil. We'll make half a stack. Cool. I was worried it wouldn't work with the chisel variant, but clearly it does. We're going to want some gears. We're going to want some, we'll just make, put these right here, yeah. Oh yeah, you can also shift click to go backwards. That requires a block, so let's make a quick, I wonder if I can make it this way. Quick block of iron for this guy. I'm just going to put this guy in manually. And then we're going to want some crushing gears. I'm just going to make the one needed. Normally I'd make extra. Actually, you know what? I will make extra of those. Well, they don't stack, and they're easy to make. So never mind, I won't. So I'm going to make, so I've got 3 different types here. I guess we'll just do 12 of each. So we need rods, plates, and actually I'm going to put the foils here. There we go. And you need quite a bit more foils than anything else, but you also get more foils. These craft in 2, that crafts in 20, that crafts in 4, that crafts in 8, which is why I'm putting the foil here so that they have less to travel. And there you go. So I think I still have time to craft this. I'm actually going to craft this on camera just to show that it is fairly easy if you are well prepared. Actually, I just realized that this has the basic logic chip in it. Okay, so it looks like in order to make the logic chip, I will need to make the atomic reconstructor, which kind of makes it so there really should be, I don't know, maybe a line here. I'm not sure. Either way, we'll have to make the atomic reconstructor, but we do not have time for that. So that's pretty much it. We've got these guys up and running. We've got a little bit of crafting set up here. Oh yeah, and the coke oven is doing quite well. I think we got time for one more thing. Let's check out the tank mods. Wait, tank. There we go. Upgrades. First tier upgrade. So we will craft a matrix brace real quick. And we will attach it to here. There we go. That is significant. So that'll be enough for what, 96 stack and a half roughly. Actually, that is exactly a stack and a half, isn't it? It's pretty solid, pretty solid. This guy's probably still cooking. He's almost burned through his tiny charcoal. I'm a little bit concerned about this charcoal just not doing its thing properly. However, once this is full and the hopper downstairs is full, what's going to happen is the radiant trove is going to start to buffer. This guy? Oh, he already is. Cool. And then this charcoal will just basically chill. And I'll be able to use it for whatever I need to, like powering the mixer, as mentioned earlier. So I'll just keep this guy going. We can just boop, turn that guy on. He'll burn for a little bit. And yeah, that's pretty solid. I like it. I like it a lot. The only real thing that I want to change here, obviously not today, is I would like to try setting up Steam. I'm not too concerned about it though, so we may or may not end up doing that at all. And that's going to be it for this episode. I will see you guys next one.